All right, good evening and good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you as our severe weather coverage for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 continues. We have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now for East Alabama. We'll start up here in Cherokee County for a line of very heavy thunderstorms in the northeastern sections of Cherokee County down to just west of Muscadine. Crossing I-20 there just to the east of Anniston, and then down to around Mount Cheahaw. That line of storms then extends on into Randolph County. We have a severe thunderstorm warning also in effect for Randolph County. That warning is in effect until 4:15 this afternoon for that same line of storms, basically stretching down 431 to near Woodland and then Wedowee, and then it kind of curves back to the southwest and loses some of its intensity around Almond Malone. So you folks down there in Wadley, even though you're getting a very heavy thunderstorm right now, it is not considered severe. City of Roanoke, you have heavy rain in the area as well, but you're not covered by that severe thunderstorm warning. Then we have another severe thunderstorm warning for Chambers County. That warning is in effect until 4 p.m. this afternoon for that same line of storms that stretches from about Rock Mills in Randolph County down parallel to 431, just east of 431, down to around Lafayette, and then it curves back to the southwest down into northwest Lee County and to a point near Tallahassee. Also, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Troup County and Harris County in west central Georgia. That is in effect until 5 o'clock Eastern this afternoon. That would be for that same line of storms that's coming through Chambers County at this hour. And that will eventually end up over here in Troup County and also in northern portions of Harris County as well. Very heavy rainfall moving into the Columbus Phoenix City area there along 431 and back out Highway 80. We do have one tornado warning that's still in effect. That's down here just to the east of Tuskegee. They're not extending that on over any further to the east. As a matter of fact, they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning to cover that what once was a tornado warning, so that's a sign that storm is weakening. So now we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the following counties: southeastern Lee and northern Russell County until 4:15 Central, 5:15 Eastern this afternoon. That's for a severe thunderstorm located over Society Hill or 12 miles north of Hurtsboro, moving to the northeast at 45 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour winds, the main threat with that line of thunderstorms. Back up here in West Georgia, the verbiage on that severe thunderstorm warning is a severe thunderstorm warning for Troup County in west central Georgia and northwestern Harris in west central Georgia. That warning is in effect until 5 p.m. this afternoon, and that's for this line of storms coming out of Alabama. It's not for the stuff you've got in LaGrange right now. It's going to be for this line that's still back over eastern Chambers County that's moving off to your east, and for Chambers County. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Tallapoosa County. That has been canceled. A severe thunderstorm warning does continue, though, until 4 p.m. this afternoon for Chambers County. Line of thunderstorms moving through eastern Chambers County. And then back up to the north we go a little further. The Randolph County verbiage for that warning, severe thunderstorm warning for Randolph County and Cleburne County until 4:15 p.m. This afternoon. That is going to be for a line of thunderstorms moving through central Randolph and central Cleburne County at this hour. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Carroll County in west central Georgia. This is for Haralson County, Carroll County, and Heard County in west central Georgia. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15 Eastern. At 4:25, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Liberty Hill to R.L. Harris Reservoir in Randolph County. It is moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust can be expected with this line of storms as it moves into Heard and to Carroll County out of East Alabama. Now, we have a brand new tornado warning just issued. This is going to be for southern Randolph County. Let's read the verbiage on that. At 4:25, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Liberty Hill let's hold up just 1 second here. Let me get this to populate correctly. All right, here's a tornado warning for southeastern Randolph County in east central Alabama and northern Chambers County in east central Alabama until 4:15 p.m. At 3:28. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage were located along a line extending from Abanda to near Fredonia, moving to the northeast at 45 miles per hour. Again, that is a tornado warning now. In effect for southeastern Randolph and northern Chambers County. Let's go in a little closer, and you can see that very heavy rainfall right there around Roanoke. Let me switch back over to the velocity product on this. And there's the base velocity. There's a couple of areas of rotation, but the strongest right now appears to be right there just south of Roanoke, about to cross over 431. Then there's a second area of rotation in northern Chambers County, just to the northeast of Milltown. So we've got two areas that we're looking at right now. If you're in Roanoke proper or just south of Roanoke, and then if you're down there just to the west of what we call Doublehead, or just to the northeast of Milltown, there's another area of interest down there as well. Let me look at this a couple of different ways. We're looking at gate-to-gate shear, and yes, two areas of rotation just to the southwest of downtown Roanoke. We're talking... stand by with me here just 1 second. Let me get a couple of things going here. We're talking out here on Airport Road, Chestnut Street. There's Airport Road. There's Doublehead Road. Out here around Country Club Estates and down Doublehead Road and back out Airport Road. And just up into southern Roanoke there along Chestnut Street. Those of you remember Bob and Myra's, from about Bob and Myra's all the way out Doublehead Road and back over toward Country Club Estates. That is where the strongest rotation is showing up on radar at this hour there just south of Roanoke. And then down here in Chambers County Road 273. Just to the east of downtown Clarksville, County Road 239, Chambers County Road 238. These are all areas where you need to be in your safe place at this hour. City of Roanoke and to the south of downtown Roanoke, you need to be in your safe place right now, as well as near Doublehead Road and then also back just to the east of Clarksville. Going back and looking, let me switch over to the Atlanta radar because Birmingham is getting pretty noisy right there. All right, now let me zoom back in. Yeah, there's your Roanoke tornado. This is not confirmed on the ground, but certainly showing up on radar, which means we definitely have rotational loft. That's actually the Clarksville rotation between Clarksville and Doublehead. The Roanoke rotation doesn't look as pronounced as it did, but the warning is still in effect. So this is the area that we would expect the track of that tornado to take. We're talking Roanoke, the southern sections of Roanoke in the next 2 to 3 minutes. We're talking Franklin in 24 minutes, Central Hatchie in 31 minutes, and Whitesburg in about 47 minutes if this holds together. And, of course, Rock Mills, you're right there in the middle of all of this. So estimated arrival in the Rock Mills area would be at about 3:41. About 3:41. So just in a couple of minutes or so. So if you're anywhere in downtown Roanoke, if you're out there on Highway 22 all the way to the Georgia state line, you need to be in your safe place. Lowest floor, basement is always best. Center room, away from windows. You want to make sure that you're in a small room, preferably a bathroom or a closet. You want to make sure that you cover yourself to protect yourself from flying debris. Motorcycle helmets, any type of helmet to protect your head is always a good idea. So you folks in downtown Roanoke and to the south of downtown Roanoke and anywhere to the east of Roanoke, Highway 22, all the way out there to Rock Mills, Lime Community, you want to be in your safe place. You folks over here in Heard County, especially the southwestern corner of Heard County, you want to pay attention to this as this storm moves on off to the northeast. That rotation is going to come really close to downtown Roanoke. Go back to the reflectivity, and again, your possible tornado would be right in this general area, right around where it says 75. That is an indication that we have 3/4 inch hail also taking place in this storm. So just to the southwest of downtown Roanoke is where the rotation would be taking place at this time. The coefficient's not showing a tremendous amount. I don't see anything that is really jumping off the radar, screaming at me that we have something on the ground, but no question we do have some rotation there just to the southwest of downtown Roanoke. National Weather Service, well, that's just a continuation of the tornado watch. Just seeing if we have nothing new from the Weather Service on the tornado warning. At the moment, that's the only tornado warning in East Alabama. And again, it is headed toward 431, just south of the city of Roanoke. Should cross 431. We should see the center of circulation cross 431 near Johnson Street, Stillview Drive, out there around Stillfab, Wilder Boulevard, Bud Cummings Road, and even down further south, down here around Welch, I would be in my safe place. Chambers County Road 249, County Road 265. You folks over here in Bacon Level, County Road 75, go to your safe place. County Road 16, go to your safe place. Just based off of radar information, this should cross over 431 right there around Bud Cummings Road, or maybe right there along the Randolph County-Chambers County line. I don't think it will have much of an impact on Roanoke, even though it is storming big time in Roanoke. You got gusty winds, it's thundering and lightning, and it's pretty nasty up there in the city of Roanoke. The actual center of circulation of the possible tornado is going to be just north of Doublehead, and we'll cross over 431 out there somewhere around Bud Cummings Road. Yeah, I'm getting notification the sirens are going off in Roanoke and in Rock Mills, and they should be. There is a tornado warning for that area. Again, we are on the air because of a severe thunderstorm warning for multiple locations across East Alabama and West Georgia. That entire line is moving out of Alabama into Georgia, and now we have a tornado warning for southern Randolph and northern Chambers, just south of the city of Roanoke and just north of the Doublehead community is where we're showing the rotation, but even as far south as Welch. From Welch all the way to Roanoke, you should be in your safe place on either side of 431. If you're over here around Bacon Level, you need to you need to be paying very close attention to this. Even you folks up here in Rock Mills, you need to watch what's happening back to the southwest. We're looking at the base velocity. This is not the normal radar shot that you would look at, but this is clearly showing us that we have rotation, though I think it's pretty broad at the moment. We are seeing rotation there between Roanoke and Doublehead. All right, so the next volume scan update, that rotation has now crossed over 431. Let me go back to the base on that. Give it 1 second to catch up. Okay, so it looks like that rotation has crossed over 431 there, maybe just north of Bud Cummings Road, and is now over to the east of 431 and will move very close to Rock Mills. So between Bacon Level and Rock Mills, you need to be in your safe place for a possible tornado. Now I'm getting indication that we may have, and let me just go over there and take a look at it, we may have a debris signature on this storm. I don't see that unless that's, there could have been a little debris signature down here just south of Roanoke. That would have been right there close to Airport Road. So there could be some damage down Doublehead Road, maybe just south of Airport Road. Going back to the base velocity, the storm now, if it is actually producing a tornado, would be in the area of Gladney Mill Road, coming up on County Road 16, and then it's going to come very close to Rock Mills. So if you're anywhere out Gladney Mill Road, that red dot right there would be, or this general area would be where your possible tornado would be. County Road 607, County Road 75. You need to be in your safe place. Getting some indication that radar is picking up some debris, and so that is an indication we may have a storm on the ground. So the National Weather Service is continuing the tornado warning for Chambers and Randolph until 4:15. At 3:43 p.m., a severe squall line capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage was located along a line extending from Crystal Lake to near Standing Rock, moving to the northeast at 45 miles per hour. So that's going to be this entire area out here on Highway 22. And that would extend all the way down here into northern Chambers County to Standing Rock. So if you are anywhere between Standing Rock and Crystal Lake and to the east, you need to be in your safe place. We have two things going on here. We have a possible tornado, which would be there just to the east Actually, I just lost the tornado signature, but folks understand this entire area here, we have a gust front coming through. So damaging straight line winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, certainly possible here coming up on Rock Mills, even though we may not have a great tornado signature at this time. We still have a significant threat of 60-plus mile per hour winds as this storm moves through the eastern side of northeastern Chambers and eastern Randolph. All right, so now the National Weather Service is telling us that they did indicate a couple of small tornado debris signatures as this storm came through just south of Roanoke. So there may very well be some damage. Hopefully it's just trees, but there certainly are indications now that we may have some damage there in extreme southern Randolph County, south of Roanoke, from about Airport Road down to the county line. And we could have scattered areas of trees down, anywhere from Crystal Lake all the way down to Standing Rock and then back off to the east. So you folks in Bacon Level and in Rock Mills, you need to be in your safe place and stay there until we give you the all clear. Going back to the reflectivity, it appears the worst of this storm, at the moment at least, is in Randolph County. And that would be from where County Road 75 goes south into Chambers County, back up to about County Road 16 there on the northeast side of Roanoke. So that's Highway 22 all the way out to Rock Mills. It is really raining hard out there. You've got some really heavy wind. And the strongest part of this storm, at least for the moment, appears to be on the north end of Gladney Mill Road, out there around Henry Vincent Drive, and maybe just a little north of County Road or Highway 22 up there on County Road 665. That appears to be the absolute heaviest part of this storm, even though you got to understand, everywhere you see that flashing black, that is just amazing rainfall rates and high wind. So it's storming everywhere across East Randolph County, but the absolute heaviest part of it running parallel to 22 right there at Gladney Mill Road. Let me zoom out and show you the big picture. The heavy storms moving into West Georgia. We have severe thunderstorm warnings continuing for northeast Randolph, southeastern Cleburne, portions of Carroll down into Heard County, Troup County, northern Harris County, Chambers County from Standing Rock all the way down to the Lee County line. Lee County is also under a severe thunderstorm warning, and just as it did in Randolph, southern Randolph, you folks down here and all these other counties that are outlined in yellow, you could be upgraded to a tornado warning with very little warning. So if you are under a severe thunderstorm warning this afternoon, I encourage you to treat it as though it's a tornado warning and at least stay close by your safe spot just in case you have to evacuate. So far, the Weather Service unofficially says that we've had 10 possible tornado tracks so far today. This is statewide. The first 5 were pretty obvious. The last 5 were mainly small, weak, brief signatures on the eastern side. That would include that possible tornado ongoing in Randolph County. But so far, we have seen possibly 10 confirmed tornadoes today. So the Weather Service has just canceled the tornado warning for Chambers. So the tornado warning for Randolph County continues until 4:15. At 3:48 p.m., a severe squall line capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage was located along a line extending from near Crystal Lake to 7 miles northeast of Standing Rock, moving to the east at 45 miles per hour. Meanwhile, back in Mississippi, the temperature has recovered into the mid 70s. That is not good. We could see yet another round of severe storms later tonight or early tomorrow morning. If we rebound that quickly in Alabama, just remember this severe threat has not ended. It will for a while, but then we could see another round of severe weather later tonight toward first thing tomorrow morning. But currently, we still have an active tornado warning for extreme southeastern Randolph County. Let me go back down there. This is going to be for a possible rotation right there over Rock Mills. I mean, directly over Rock Mills at this time. Maybe a little bit north of Rock Mills, maybe around Weehadkee, is where the radar is pegging that possible rotation currently. So that's about to move out of Alabama. It'll be in Georgia here in the next 5 minutes or less. It's going to end up over here just south of Waresville, kind of following 2234 on into Heard County, and very well could end up here around Franklin. Franklin, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning for Heard County at the moment, but that certainly could be upgraded to a tornado warning at any time. Make sure that you have already identified your safe place and you know where you're going to go in the event that you do go under a tornado warning. As soon as we get this possible tornado out of Randolph County, we will step aside and watch this. And, of course, we'll come back and update you on any information you need to know, but we're going to stay live with you until we get this possible tornado out of Randolph County, Alabama. Go back to the reflectivity, and you can see the big picture there, and I'll put this in motion so you can kind of see how all of this is moving. Things are working a little bit differently today because I'm having to do this from our Emergency Operations Center in Northeast Georgia. So I'm not able to see your comments in the chat room. So I'm talking about the areas that have the most concern. And of course, those would be the areas with active tornado warnings. That's why I'm not answering any particular questions once we go into tornado coverage like that. It's very hard to answer everybody's individual question, but just understand that we will talk about your area if there's a tornado warning, if there's something serious you need to know about. I'll talk about your location. Just because I'm not talking about your individual town doesn't mean we're ignoring you. We spend all of our time on those areas that have active tornado warnings. And the only active tornado warning we have in East Alabama at the moment is going to be for that storm exiting Randolph County over there close to the Alabama-Georgia state line now, maybe a little bit east of downtown Rock Mills, right there along Highway 22. So you folks that are over there in southwestern Heard County, heads up, you could see a tornado warning issued for Heard County here pretty much at any time. Let's go back over to the reflectivity and see, the base velocity. And it just doesn't look as pronounced as it did when it came up into Randolph County there, just north of Doublehead and just south of Roanoke. I would be interested in knowing if someone could text me and let me know if anybody knows of any damage down there on Doublehead Road in the vicinity of Airport Road just south of Roanoke. Maybe from that point all the way down to the Chambers County, Randolph County line. That area is where I would expect to at least find some tree damage. That's where the possible tornado moved over 431. Since it crossed over 431, the signature has still been there, but not nearly as pronounced as it was when it crossed over 431. We certainly could have some sporadic tree damage across southeastern Randolph County, but I think the bullseye on this particular storm, watching information from the radar is going to put it right there around Airport Road and from Airport Road south down to the Randolph-Chambers County line. And you see there's a couple of little pockets there that could be debris signatures as well. So there could be some debris, some trees down there in extreme southeastern Randolph County, also right along the Randolph County-Chambers County line. So I did just get confirmation that there's damage on 431 in the White Plains area. That's on down into Chambers County, a little bit further south. Down here in Chambers County. So we do have confirmation of some damage down there. Let me go back to the base velocity. And what was, we've lost the tornado warning now for Randolph County. So the Weather Service canceling that tornado warning for Randolph County, and the National Weather Service office over at Peachtree City has not issued a tornado warning for Heard County. So that's an indication to me that this storm is weakening as it moves on off to the east. Let me just read the verbiage on this tornado cancellation for Randolph right quick. The tornado warning for southeastern Randolph is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and has exited the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. So that's good news for Randolph County. Now we wait to see if we have any damage in Randolph County or Northern Chambers. I've already received one text message that says that there is some damage in the White Plains area of Chambers County. All right, so I'm seeing some information here of some damage in the Clarksville area. That would make sense because that's the area where I pegged that tornado earlier when it first got started. It started down there in the Clarksville area, so that certainly makes sense that we would have damage there. The report that I'm reading is that there's damage on County Road 235 in Clarksville. There are a lot of trees down in that area. 1104 County Road 237 reports of damage in that area. I'm going to stay with you just a few more moments here and see if I get any more damage reports on that southern Randolph storm. Let me just check social media right quick. There's a cool shot. Denise Willis has got us on a big screen TV. Appreciate that. Sharon is encouraging everyone to follow the Dr. Don weather page. That's fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate that, and that's exactly what everybody needs to do. Yeah, so I'm not seeing any, I'm not seeing a lot of posts on Facebook about damage in and around Randolph County, but I will be shocked if we don't have a good bit of at least tree damage, anywhere from Clarksville up to around Airport Road, just south of Roanoke, and then back over toward Rock Mills. I want to thank those of you who have been listening to us over on God's Country and the Classics. Both FM radio stations have been with us this afternoon. And just to give you a heads up, Jonathan, we are going to go back. I'm going to stop coverage here in just a few moments because we don't have any tornado warnings active in Alabama at this hour. Now, understand, everybody, it is still going to storm. We've got more heavy rain back off to the west, moving out of Talladega into Clay. So we've got more storms coming. They're moving up into Coosa, Tallapoosa, but those storms don't appear to be severe. The severe weather was along the leading edge of this line of storms, which is now pushing on over into Georgia, while we cannot completely let our guard down. And I don't think the tornado watch will come down until we get this completely out of here. And that may take another hour or two. And then we're going to have several hours of a lull, and then we may have a secondary line form back over Arkansas, which would move across Mississippi during the first part of the evening and could end up in East Alabama during the overnight or toward tomorrow morning. So we're not out of the woods yet. We may have at least one more round of severe, and there's the potential there for two more rounds of severe. So we will watch that for you. We'll keep you updated. And, of course, if any of our West Georgia counties were to go under a tornado warning, we'll come back and cover that for you. At the very least, we'll cover it for you by posting on Facebook. Understand that I'm doing things today a little differently than usual. Normally, I can see your comments there in the chat room, but we're doing this kind of a remote setup today, and so we're having to do things a little bit differently, but at least we're able to give it to you. Maybe some tornado damage there in southeastern Randolph County, from northern Chambers County around Clarksville up into Randolph County to a point maybe as far north as Airport Road, just south of Roanoke, all the way back down to the Chambers County line, and then maybe some damage on over into southeastern Randolph as well, near Gladney Mill Road, just east of Roanoke, and then back over toward Rock Mills, Lime Community, back down toward Bacon Level, and maybe some damage down there in Chambers County from White Plains back over toward Standing Rock as well. All of that moving on into Heard and northern Troup County at this hour. We'll update you as we see necessary here on Dr. Don's Weather. Thank you for following us this afternoon. Be sure you share with all of your Facebook friends and ask them to share with their friends. And folks, don't forget, we depend on your support to be able to do this. So please take a moment, go to our website. All the links can be found on any of our daily weather forecasts over on Facebook or YouTube, and support us if you can. We greatly appreciate that. Also, if you own a business, send me a message on Messenger. If you'd like to be a partner and help support us here on Dr. Don's Weather, I can have you started before we do our next live broadcast on Dr. Don's Weather. Stay with us. We'll continue coverage as conditions